Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to Jay's Journal. In today's video, I will be showing you guys how I achieved this very sultry makeup look. You guys know I love sultry makeup, so I did do a little wash of color on the lid, a nice little shimmery olive tone, and I wanted to keep it really simple with the base, but of course we went in with some foundations from the drugstore and concealers and everything. Majority of my base actually is drugstore, and then I have a little bit of high-low. You guys know you got to mix in the high-low, but if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, please continue to watch. You guys know I love my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer that I've completely used. So I went and picked that. Let's go grab a few things from Ulta. So one thing I knew I had to pick up was a replenish of that. And then honestly, you guys, I'm not really feeling the liquid putty primer. It's not giving the same thing as the one in the pot does. And on top of that, I don't know. I don't think it's meshing well with the foundation that I've been using, or any of the foundations for that matter. So we just decided to not mess with that anymore. And then I also needed a new mascara, and instead of using a high-end one, like e.l.f. has mascara, so we're gonna give this one a try as well and see how we like that. And then I picked up another Morphe chocolate mousse brow pencil. This brow pencil, it's my favorite. It's so good. So let's go ahead. Let me see if this is too bright. There we go. Let's go ahead and pop this stuff open. Have somebody open this? Why it look like that? Or is it supposed to be like that so that the pencil doesn't move around? Let's see. It doesn't look used. Take our mascara out. Please ignore the background. I'm like trying to get better with the things that are behind me, but I have to work with what I have. So I knew I wanted to film a makeup video today for you guys. I was just editing videos for my other YouTube channel for my nail videos, which is Journeys with Jay. That is my baby. That's my first YouTube channel, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy with where it's going and how it's growing and everything. So yay me. If you guys love nail content, or you want to teach yourself how to do nails, that is the channel for you. So please be sure to go check that out. But I'm just happy to have you guys over here. I'm just using an alcohol prep pad to clean off the packaging of my stuff. Don't judge me. Normally I sanitize the outside with a Clorox wipe as well as soon as I bring it in my house, but I actually need to replace a stone on my finger. What short? I don't know what short I posted. So I'm first going to apply, oh, I'm tripping. I'm going to first apply my MAC lip conditioner so that my lips are not dry throughout this process. And don't judge me, I honestly don't know what's going on with my hair today. So I'm letting it be for now. Maybe I could, I don't know. I should have wet my hair, honestly. It's so, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the Power Grip Primer. When it's brand new, you gotta pump it quite a few times. I'll let that get tacky skin, and while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go in with my MAC palette. This is a medium deep, and I'm going to use this orange to color correct a little bit. I feel like I haven't color corrected in so long, and oh my god, I feel like I haven't color corrected in so long, and that's kind of something I feel like I need to start doing again. So I'm just going to color correct around my mouth. And again, I'm going in with the burnt coral, and I mixed in a little bit of the rich yellow. And I'm just going around my mouth because that's where I have most of my discoloration. And because I haven't done this step in so long, I really want to see what it looks like now. Alrighty, what happened to my music? Oh, it's doing something. Let me be patient. So then after I have the color corrector applied, I'm to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. And this is in 335. You guys can see it right there. This is in the shade 335. And Real Techniques brush. This one has the little spatula on the opposite end. And I just like to pat it into the skin. There's the music. Finally kicked back on. And going over the color corrector, you really want to make sure that you're just tapping on top of that product, because if you start to swipe, it might start to move the color corrector and then you have orange mixed in with your foundation. So just tapping. And then we're going to bring this foundation onto the forehead as well. Change the lighting back to the natural lighting. I do like this though. I feel like it looks more warm, you know what I mean? As opposed to, this just looks so aggressive. So we're gonna keep it on the warm light already. So now that we have on our foundation, which I love the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. You guys have been using that for a long time now. I just like, even if I know I'm not wearing it often, you just have to keep it in your collection because it's just one of those things where it's right here. It's that right above the first concealer in the center of the forehead, and right here under the brow, and a little bit on the lid, just like that. And so I actually forgot to charge my fan. So we're just gonna go ahead and go in with the Skindinavia makeup setting spray. This is the Bridal Skindinavia setting spray. And I'm just gonna spray my face. We're gonna let this soak in. And then I'm gonna going in with the Makeup Forever Skin Essentials palette. This is in Harmony 3. I believe it's the deepest palette that they have, if I can recall. This is what the colors are looking like. And I'm gonna go in. Is this, I feel like my overhead light is too bright. Hold on, did that help? No. I'm gonna go in with this deeper shade. And I'm going to use that same brush I applied the color corrector with. And I'm going to go into the second to deepest color. This one here, the one right above the deepest shade. And I'm just going to pat that right here. Just like that. A little on the forehead, of course. And a little on the sides of the nose. You could just brush this along the side of the nose and into the brow and under the bottom. We're also going to go in with a powder contour for the nose, so this isn't that big of a deal. And then I'm going to go into the deepest color here. I'm just going to press this brush into the deeper shade. I didn't think it was going to be that deep. Press it into, I didn't think it was going to, I don't feel like I put that much on my brush. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just going to take a little brush and I'm just going to blend this up and onto that cheek, keeping the contour slash bronzer a bit higher up. Oh, it's not that bad. I'm blending out the forehead. I should have used a little less, and I should have probably mixed the two together, but it's okay. Just blending that up and onto the cheek. I went a little heavy-handed. Try to put a little bit down here. I think it's gonna be fine. So now we are going to go in with the Clean Beauty blender, and it's damp, unfortunately. I would love for it to be dry. I'm just going to blend in this concealer. Oh, my hands are a little ashy. This one has two chunky little bits, two chunky rhinestones on there. One was a Vivienne Westwood type of, and I'm just adding the concealer into the under eye. We want all of our coverage, honestly, so as much of it as we can preserve, that's what we want. And then we're just going to take that on the eyelid as well, blend in that concealer that we have up there. I really should have color corrected my brows. I want to watch an old-timey movie today. What, you might ask? I have no idea. I don't know. I've been in the mood for nostalgia, but I honestly don't even know what to watch. It's a, come on now. How you want to watch something and you don't even know what you want to watch? I need to figure out what we are eating for dinner or what I'm cooking for dinner because I do not know. I honestly don't know. And I shouldn't be wasting time looking, but I don't know. Let's see. Honestly, don't even know what I've posted. That's a short. Oh, I know what it is. So I'm debating on if I want to use a blush out of the Makeup Forever palette or if I want to go in with my e.l.f. blush that I love so much. And I think I just answered my own question. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. blush that I love so much. And this was in Coming In Hot Pink. Using that same brush that we did for the bronzer and contour. And I'm just going to blend this in. Ooh, I always apply it on my nose and my chin. I just personally love having my blush in these areas, so that's a personal preference. This powder, I'm going to set under my eyes with my One Size powder, and I'm using the shade Sweet Honey. Normally I use translucent, but again, I need to buy some more, but I don't really want to buy any at this moment until I've used this up, because I have this, I have the pink one, and I had the translucent one, which of course I used up. And I only bought this because they were out of translucent. And there's nothing wrong with this one. It's really pretty, but having the chance again, I'm probably not going to buy it again for my under eye, because I feel like the translucent also brightens up my under eye. So if it's two things in one, I would rather just do that. I'm going to use this same sponge, same beauty blender, and dipping it into the powder, and I'm setting it. I'm just using the side of the sponge that doesn't have the actual concealer on it, and I'm setting where I want to set, where I've put the concealer. Same thing for the eyelids, blending it out with the side that has the concealer on it, then going in with some more powder and setting it. Another thing, I feel like I'm allergic to some other powders, or they make me reactive. There has to be some type of ingredient in them because they make my eyes water like crazy, but not this one, so I'm really happy about that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's talc in them or what, but my eyes go crazy. Set around our mouth. Now I'm just setting everywhere because we want to make sure everything is set at the same time. And then I look crazy. I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix powder in NC30, if you guys can see. And I'm using the same beauty blender, going back into that powder side. And I'm going to set right here to really brighten the under eye. And setting with that translucent powder first really helps so that the application of this powder is not patchy. If you don't really care for a super bright under eye, of course you can skip this step. Ooh, I know I need to eat. I do this every time I record. I'm always like, I need to eat. I haven't eaten anything. Whose fault is that, Jay? Come on now. And then I'm gonna go in. Why am I like this? I'm gonna go in with another MAC Studio Fix powder, and this one is in NW45. I love using this one to bring warmth to my face. So first, I'm just going to dust off whatever loose powder I have in this lower part of my face, avoiding the mouth area, and then my forehead. So I'm keeping everything else. What was that? And then I'm just going in with this little tiny Morphe brush. You guys, I got this from the Morphe store in Burbank, California a long time ago. And none of their stores exist anymore to my knowledge. So W45 adds a little bit more warmth. So we're just following everywhere that we put the contour in the first place. And then, where's my little bitty brush that I keep using for my nose? I don't know where'd it go? It's okay. I'm just gonna go in then with a very tiny Morphe brush. You guys see that little, what is that? Jesus, that scared the crap out of me. I'm gonna go into that NW45, and I'm really just cleaning up this nose contour here. That was a bit strong. I think I went a little too heavy-handed out the gate, but that is okay. Oh, definitely went in too heavy out the gate. Oh no. We have to fix this. Oh my goodness. This is just a Real Technique tour brush, and I normally just use this for my under eye, but it doesn't really have anything on there. Oh my god, you guys, that contour was so strong. That was too much. And please ignore the fact that my palette, this is not the right palette for me to have these in. But the palette that I made, it's custom, and I'm just going to go into, I think I'm going to go into these two pinks here, and I'm going to apply those onto my cheeks. So I think you can get these online, maybe Amazon. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's getting hot, but I'm going to mix the two, and we're going to pop this on the cheeks. If you guys know, I love a lot of blush. This stuff goes away, honestly. It disappears, so it wears away. But I do love it. It just makes me feel so, I don't know, like a queen, like a little princess. Now I'm going to go in with this brush here, a slightly fluffier blending brush. I'm going to go back into that NW45, And I'm just going to work this into the crease and onto that eyelid. My upstairs neighbor is a professional upstairs neighbor, I swear. They love to be loud, literally just stomping and running. There was like it's just, I don't know what's always, it's like they're trying to get in there 10,000 steps. And it's like, there's not that much room in these units, I can assure you. Alrighty, so I pretty much worked that in there exactly how I want. I'm just going to dust off the NC30 from the brow and the center of my forehead. I'm going to quickly hop off camera, do my brows, and then I'm going to come back. That way my camera can stop showing me this weird sign. I don't know what that means. Guys, so now we have the brows done. They are looking really good. I'm just going to go over them with a little bit of powder. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. This just helps to set them in place and also mute them down a little bit if I feel like they might be a little too dark or just a little bit stronger than I would like. But I always set my brows because it helps a lot. And so now I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to go in with one more powder to set my face, and that's another MAC Studio Fix powder. Again, use whatever powder you guys have that you love. It does not have to be this powder. And this is in NC45, and I'm just swirling my brush around, and I'm going to be setting in between the contour and highlighted area around the mouth, while also brushing away some of the translucent. This gives me a little bit more coverage in the case that I need some. And now, once I'm done with that part, I can go ahead and dust away the powder from under my eye. Just like that. Now, I want to go in and add a little bit of something to the eye. So what I'm going to do is go in with, I would normally use this Estee Lauder Double Wear pencil, but I have another one that I absolutely love, and it's a fraction of the cost, and I use this way more. Here it is. The Essence Long Wear. This is in black, I want to say. Black Fever. The Essence Black Fever Long Lasting Pencil is one of my absolute go-tos. I've been using this for years, and it literally reminds me of the MAC Graph Black. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to smudge this along the lash line. And you really want to do this as quick as you can. So maybe one section at a time, because this will set and you have to move kind of quick. Just smudging that into the lash line and across, just like that. So you already have your foundation. If you guys can see it, let me zoom you in a little bit. So you pretty much already have your foundation laid out, and then I'm going to bring it forward a bit into the front of the eye, and we're going to blend this into just like that. Typically I would make it a bit of a wing, so I'm just going to drag it out just a little bit. Not really focused on it being a full wing or anything like that. So this is pretty much good. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Somebody's TV is so loud, and it's literally so quiet in here. Oh, you just feel the vibration of someone's voice from the TV. Do you guys watch Fallout? I cannot wait for that to come back. It's so good. It's on Amazon Prime, and I literally love it. It's such a good show. Same thing here, just dragging it out a little bit. Not necessarily creating a wing or anything. And I think that is pretty good. It's not the most even, but it's good enough. So we can leave this here, or we can add a little bit to the waterline. I don't typically put anything on my waterline, so I'm going to put this up for now. And then if I change my mind, I'll probably do brown there or something like that. We'll see. So I'm debating on if I want to add a bright color or a little bit more sultry. So what I'm thinking about is a little glittery moment. Oh, snap. Of course it popped out like that. I knew better. I need to maneuver some stuff around because I'm making a mess. Is this even the color I want to put on while I'm doing all of this and it's making a mess? I hope so. I'm just going to take a little Wet n Wild brush that I don't care too much about, and I'm smudging this into a cream shadow that has shimmer, and I'm just going to brush this along the lid. I don't want this to be opaque. I really want the glitter to stick out more than anything. Just like that. You don't need a lot. Just something soft and subtle. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And this is a Danessa Myricks product. This is in Muse. And so sometimes that nozzle gets stuck with those glitters. But it's really pretty and simple, and you can always build it up to your liking if you want. So this is what that is looking like so far. I think I want to go into the crease. So I'm going to go in with this palette from Juvia's Place. I purchased this when they had a sale and I just never used it. So we're going to go ahead and use it today. I'm just going to take a fresh brush and I'm going to dip it into this orange here and this one here. Mix the two colors together. And I just want to work that into the crease just to bring a little bit of something else to the eye look. We could easily go in with a deeper brown, but I feel like that looks good. So we're going to leave that there and maybe go ahead and apply a little bit of the brown version of that Essence pencil on my waterline. But I feel like I need to use a different kind of color. Maybe something that has a bit of shimmer to it. Let's see what I got over here. Or maybe I should use a lighter color. What do you guys think? Something that's going to open up the eye? I never do this. Something that's going to open it up, or that's going to deepen it up a little bit. I don't know. I never wear anything on my waterline, you guys. Let's try this. So I'm going to apply the dark brown. What is the name of this color actually? Hot Chocolate. And this is Essence as well. I wish I had Teddy by MAC or something close to it. And I'm just working this down here into the waterline. And I'm just going halfway in. And then I'm going to go back in with that same brush that we used to smudge out the black. And I'm going to go into the orange from that palette again and smudge that out. Just soften the edges of that liner and connect it back to that top line. I should have probably left my powder under the eye a little longer, just to be safe for kickback, but it's totally fine. Now, I'm just going to dust any fallout from under my eye, just like that. And then I'm going to go in with some setting spray. I'm going to go back in with the Bridal Scandinavia setting spray and spray my face. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Krylon fixing spray. This is very alcohol forward, so be safe with this one. Hold your breath. And this is when I really wish that I had my fan charged. So now, while this is drying and doing what it does, I'm going to go in with that e.l.f. mascara that I just got. You guys see? I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to apply this and see what it's giving. Just like a simple mascara probably. Like, this keeps your lashes separated. I like the bristle. It's like a silicone bristle. Can you guys see? It's cute. So this is with just mascara. I don't know if I want to apply lashes. I feel like the mascara is doing what it needs to do. So I'm going to go in with another layer with an additional coat of the mascara. Let's see how this mascara builds up. This isn't waterproof, is it? Because I don't think I checked. I don't prefer waterproof mascara. But I also don't want my mascara flaking off into my eye. That's a no. Trying to see if it's going to stay separated. Let's see. It's a mascara. It's not bad. It doesn't advertise for volume. It advertises for length. It advertises length, which maybe it's doing the length part, but I'm not too sure about that, honestly. It's not bad though. I like it. I love bristles that are shorter and there's a bunch of them. I just like to be able to also separate my lashes. I don't really want clumpy lashes, and I feel like this isn't necessarily clumping them, so that's good. I'm not mad at this, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm not applying any false lashes. I'm going to leave it just like this. So let's go ahead and move on to the lips. I'm just going to leave on the lip conditioner that I currently have on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going in with a drugstore lip pencil. I normally go in with my Makeup Forever Limitless Brown, but who wants to always spend that much money on a lip pencil? So I'm going in with the Ruby Kisses lip pencil. I got this from my beauty supply. I believe it was 98¢. And let's go ahead and sharpen it first. It comes with a little sharpener on there too. So I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen it first. And this is a really pretty brown. This literally reminds me of Limitless Brown. So I'm just gonna take this and line my lips. And I'm keeping on my lip conditioner because it's very hydrating to the lips. Look at that, a fraction, barely compared to a $24 lip pencil. Come on. And one thing I'm going to do is find something good that's from a beauty supply or that's cheap, that's very inexpensive. I don't have time to, nobody has time to just be throwing away money. Unless you do, and kudos to you, but there's like certain things wrong. Maybe I can't find that in a beauty supply. But when it comes to lip pencils and brow pencils, you'd be surprised what you find in a beauty supply. And the color of this Ruby Kisses lip pencil is dark brown. It literally just says dark brown on the label. Let me go ahead and grab another lip pencil. So this one is from Juvia's Place, and this is in Sweet Nothing. And this one is like a light nude brown. And I'm just going to do this on the edges of that dark brown, just to lighten it up like that. And honestly, I would leave it just like this. But I'm going to apply another gloss on top. So let's see. I'm going to go in with a little bit of my MAC lip gloss in Snob. And we're going to apply this right in the center, just like that. I almost forgot. I'm going to go in with my MAC, this is the Cheeky Bronze Mineralized Skin Finish. And I'm using a little tiny brush. And I'm just going to swirl this in there. Swirl it in there like that. We're going to pop it in the inner corners and on the tip of our nose, just like that. You can also pop a little bit on the brow bone or whatever. You just want to make sure you go back and blend out the edges so it's just not like shimmer and then eyeshadow. Soften that up. I don't apply highlighter to my face. It's just really not my thing, especially because I'm super oily. Alrighty, you guys, so this is going to be the final look. I really love how this turned out. It's very soft and sensual, just like a very tiny little bit of a smoky eye. So I really enjoy that as well. Something I don't normally do, especially with applying the darker color or anything to the waterline. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao.